Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today, we are going to get into how I create my invoices using Square for free. So we're not going to talk too much and we are going to get straight into it. For my small business, and Square is incredible. Okay, the platform Square has so many individual apps that are great for small businesses. I have Square Appointments, Square POS, and Square Invoices. Also offer a free version of a website. Now I'm going to get into it in another video what my website looks like. I am thinking about going under a rebranding because I'm not giving bridal at all right now, and I've just decided I only want to do bridal. I only want to do hair and makeup and those services, and my page gives I'm a stylist and I do it all, and I really don't want that anymore, so that'll be another video. I use appointments for scheduling and invoicing. Now my invoices include my contracts. I plan on making individual contracts later on through Square. I'm going to show you guys what I use now and what I have in the past, and Square has been working really well for me. My invoices include my contract and all the necessary information for a successful on-site, on-location appointment. Only use the Square invoices for on-site, on-location appointments. If, I'm just doing a cut and color, we just do a regular appointment and they pay the day of. I don't ask for deposits or anything like that right now. Square charges a fee for using their invoice feature, which is a 3.3% plus 30 cents. This is the highest charge, but if you have a membership, it will be reduced to 2.9% plus 30%. But the charges depend on the type of payment your client chooses. But if your client pays cash, there's no fee. That's the key. If they pay cash, there is no fee. You're not running a card, you're not doing anything like that. So cash could be Venmo, could be cash, could be Apple Pay, could be Zelle, could be, what else is there? Cash App. There's many ways that your client can pay. Let's get into setting up an invoice, okay? I have a few invoices here. Okay, the invoice begins with adding the client's information. So you're going to need a email, a phone number, and first name, last name. We're gonna go to create invoice, create single invoice. I'm going to use myself, the business, as a new customer. So I did main lux, our email, and the phone number. Now you're going to go into the invoice. Your client wants October 1st, 2024. And she wants a makeup and hair. So that is 45 minutes for each. So I like to round it out to an hour. So from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. and the invoice ID is also the date of service. Now, the message here is pretty much my contract, but that'll be another video where I get into what I include in my contract. But at the end of the message, it says, by sending the deposit, you are agreeing to the terms and conditions stated above. So we're gonna get into service date. So your client wants to be serviced on October 1st, 2024. Okay, and it is a one-time payment because it's only one day you're going to be servicing. And you want to send it immediately after you are done with your invoice. And you'll later on choose if you want it to be sent through email, through text. I'm going to schedule a payment. I typically give them 7 days of requesting their appointment. So today is the 25th. I'm going to give them until the 1st in 7 days, okay? Now we're going to add glam. We're going to add our glam, and we are going to add our styling, and we are going to add our travel fee. And I have a flat rate of $30 as a travel fee. Okay, so now we are going to go into the payment schedule. Like I said before, I give them 7 days for the 50% to secure their deposit. For the remaining deposit, they can pay on the day of the service. So we're going to do 50% in 7 days and 50% on the day of their event. Okay. Now this is where I struggle, and I struggle drastically here. I really do prefer to get 2 separate payments, the 7-day payment and the final payment on the day of service. That doesn't always happen. But my issue is sometimes they're larger parties and we have like groups of girls. Oh, I want to pay cash, or I have this. Do you have Cash App? Do you have Apple Pay? Do you have Zelle? Do you have, and I'm all for it. I do not care how my clients pay me directly, but it's just so hard to keep track of everything because you have money in your hand, you have Cash App here, Venmo here, Zelle here, and so it's so hard to keep track of everything. It's so hard, especially on a chaotic day where everybody's just, getting ready, do their hair, they're going to the makeup chair, and then boom, from there, they're getting ready, and then they're gone. And so I really would like for it to just be 2 payments and that's it. But things happen, each party is different, each person is different, so I try to go with the flow. Here we have different options. They can add a credit card, they could do a wire transfer, they can do Cash App, gift card, and whatnot. Okay, so here we are with communications. Do we want to send it through an email, or do we want to send it through a text message? A lot of people will do their stuff through their phone. So let's do the phone. Yes, let's do a text message. We don't need any of this. Okay, so now we are just going to send this. We're going to confirm it. All right, so we have a few invoices here on my phone. The latest one says you received a new invoice from Main Lux Studio. We're going to click that link. This is what the invoice looks like on a phone. In a future video, I will discuss the contents of my contract. It is a very generic contract. It covers basics like allergies, cleanliness, travel fee, liability. It's very generic. You guys can pause to read, and here is a method of payment. Either credit card, debit card, or Cash App. Honestly, you can use it like that, or if your client requests your Cash App, just send it to them, and that's also cash. I'll give you the customer information, and it tells them the time and date, how much is each service, and everything you are charging them. Also tell them when their deposit is due and when their full balance is due. And there we have it, guys. And that is it. And that is how you create a free invoice. There might be simpler and easier options, but as of right now, Square is the way to go. We're still growing and learning and trying to be as efficient as possible. Starting small is super beneficial because you are able to make your mistakes, you're able to grow, you're able to adjust and go with the flow, and you're pretty much not having to answer to anyone but yourself. So keep that in mind. My goal this year is to secure at least 1 wedding a month fingers crossed. We have 2 in August. We had a few earlier this year. So we're doing all right. I have a full-time job, so we have to go with the flow and make time for our passions to make them into our careers. And if you found this video helpful, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that bell. Bye, guys.